everyone, happy St. Patrick's Day. Today is March 17th, 2020. It is a day to wear green. I don't have a lot of green, so I did the best I could. Let's see, this is Charm Chatter number 35, and this is Charm Grammy Crochet. I am Lynette. Thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for sharing, watching, commenting. I love all those things. I love that you do all those things, and I greatly appreciate it. Today is, as I said, St. Patrick's Day, and I am wearing this is about all the green I own. I don't know why I don't have a lot of green, but I don't. So this t-shirt says something about being able to drink alcohol, which is, it's St. Patrick's Day. Have a drink. Put some green food dye in it and feel like you're celebrating at a St. Patrick's Day festival. You guys, look at this cool thing. I don't know where I got it. I don't know when I got it. I've had it a while. But this is like that eyelash yarn. I did not make this. I mean, you can see there's a tag hanging out on it somewhere here. But it's like that eyelash. And look at it. It's an ombre. Isn't that cool? Can you see how it ombres? I totally love the colors. I don't necessarily love wearing it because it is a little like scratchy on my skin. But it's sparkly, and I love that. It's got a shimmer in there, a shine, a sparkle, and it's very cool looking. But it's not. It's kind of, and it's warm. And this thing, so it's got a keyhole thing in there, which you saw, but then this is awesome. I don't know if you could do this with regular eyelash yarn or not. Let me see if I can get through here. Hold on. But this stuff is like major stretchy. I guess the whole is, but you can, I think, because I have other ones of this, but they don't have the keyhole. But I think you can put it over your head and wear it, like that. Like a cowl. I don't know. I'm not going to because it's huge. But anyway, I'm not going to continue to wear it, but it's very cool. And that's what a scarf looks like out of the ombre green. I don't think I've ever seen that, but like I've had it a while, so enough of that. So, how's everybody handling the coronavirus? I hope you're all safe and happy and healthy. We're doing the best we can here. Ohio is pretty much mostly everything shut down. So I have a lot of time on my hands because I work at a casino and it's closed. So let's see, today is Tuesday. On Sunday, I sat down with everything being closed and decided to start my hats, hatnothate. And this is the first one I made. I did all the same pattern. This one's a little big for me, but my husband totally loved it, and so I have to make him one, but I'm not going to make him one out of light blue. I did use Debbie, the Canadian Crocheter's hat, no-name hat. Love the pattern. Very easy to follow, really brainless. I totally loved it. I added a row, well, one row on this. I've been doing the 50 stitches, 50 weeks, 50 squares, crochet along. And this week's stitch was the bean stitch, which I really liked the bean stitch. I never did it before. So we got the little really cool star at the top, and then I added a row of bean stitch, just because I got a little tired of double crochet. So I added the bean stitch just for a little. I made 3 hats. The second 2 hats, I added 2 rows of bean stitch because I like the bean stitch, and I thought it would give a little cute extra decoration, so I did that. So I made 3 hats out of 2 skeins of, I used the Dreamweaver yarn. This is what I have left of 2 skeins for 3 hats. They are 5-ounce hats. It doesn't really tell me, I mean, they are 5-ounce skeins, so I used almost 10 ounces of yarn, which I guess would be like one big Super Saver. This is really nice, soft yarn. And it's got a little bit of a shine to it. I really like it. I like the hat too. And I like it with the bean stitch in there. There have been a couple of stitches that I really like, but this one was fresh in my mind since on Saturday I caught up on the rest of my, I was still short too. I was behind a little on the squares of the 50 stitches cal. So I got caught up, and then I made the hats, and then I wanted to make a beach cover up, and I wanted to make it out of this really pretty Summer Nights it's a Lion Brand yarn, Summer Nights, and the color I'm going to let me see, is Passion Fruit. Isn't that lovely? You see the glitter in there. Totally love it. I'm like, oh yes, definitely. So I found a pattern that I like, and I didn't realize it's a almost like a toga. You know, you just kind of throw it over your shoulders, but it goes down long, like duster length, or maybe longer if you want. But anyway, it's Granny Squares. When I first picked out the pattern and I was just looking at the design of it, I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. I love the way, I love the way it looked in the model, and I didn't realize it was squares, but it is Granny Squares. So I made one out of the Summer Nights. Took me a while, and it's not very big, and it's so busy that I'm like, I was making this for me, and this busy on my fluffy body, I didn't like it at all. So I decided to make it out of Flicka, which is also a Lion brand. This color on Flicka is called Keepsake, but if you get it in the Comfy Cotton, it has a different name, which I do have it in the Comfy Cotton. I have like 4 skeins of this. I think I had 4 in the Flicka. And I found, or maybe I had 3 or 4 in the Flicka. Yeah, I think 4. Which won't be enough. I'll have to go into my Comfy Cotton, but the colors are the same. And the squares are much bigger. And I like it because it's more subtle. It's going to be, large. Because I'm not a little girl. So I think my cardigan, my duster length cardigan that I made out of squares, took 12 squares, 6 on the back, 6 on the front. This is put together with some half squares because she has it, it's not joined on the sides. It is held together by a rope, like you crochet a rope, and then you add little tassels to them, and you weave the rope. There's a line here of this, so you like weave the rope through here and then just tie it on, and you tie it so that it's floppy on the sides like this, just kind of hanging, not real far, just a little. So the body is made this way, but then you use half squares to do like a half square here and across your chest, and then you use another half square, so if you square it in half, so that you got a little, just like a little cap on the sleeve like that. I didn't really pay too close of attention as to how she actually put it together, but it kind of goes similar to that. And you don't sew the sides, so it's just a flop over loose tie around. So even with this thicker, warmer yarn, it's cotton, so cotton polyester, I think it won't be too hot to wear because it's not solid. So I like it a lot better in this. The tutorial has it in white, which I totally love, but I don't have enough white cotton yarn, so I wanted to do it in a cotton. And I didn't want to order more yarn, but I have a lot of this color, so that's, and it's neutrals, so I like it. And so that's what I did. And I will link the pattern in the description box below. I don't think it'll take me long to make the squares. Might take me a little while to figure out how to put it together. So I did that. I've got 2 made. They probably will need blocked. I don't know, because they tend to want to like stick out in the center, and so I'm gonna have to block them, I think. Because I don't know why. See how it's like bulging? Like that would fit really good just right on your breast. You don't even need to do anything to it. I don't think I did anything wrong. So I got that done. Oh, and I wanted to show. I wore my guys. I gotta take this off. Oh, by the way, what do you guys think of this? I don't know that I'll be able to finish with the kids for Crochet Club, because the kids that were looming, there's tutorials in I have a playlist for them. They can take theirs off and probably figure out, how to take it off the loom. I don't know if they know how to put it back together to make 2 panels into one to make that. The other teacher, she looms, and she was showing them different stitches than what I showed them. I just showed them an E-wrap. That's the only thing I really know. So I don't know what they have and how to take it off. Is the ones that were crocheting. There's a couple that can probably. There's some of the students I'm sure can just finish their blanket. Some of the students need more instruction, on just they're just figuring out still tension and stuff like that. So I don't know if they will be able to finish. But I think my daughter really likes the idea of Crochet Club. The kids responded fantastically. So I think next year, she talked about starting Crochet Club earlier in the year, maybe September. And my thought process on this is, I'm working with high school students. Bullying is an issue in all schools, all grade levels. But my thought process is, we're going to start with hats, not hate. The ones that want to crochet, we can teach them to crochet a square, a rectangle, and sew it together. The ones that want to loom, not an issue at all. And I'm kind of thinking, it would be awesome if we started with, the anti-bullying thing. They can make a hat for themselves, because, and hats are fast, so they get the instant gratification. They get to make something for themselves, which people always love. Then I'm thinking they can make one for their best friend. Then they can make one to donate. Then they can make baby blankets for the NICU. By then they have some experience. They've created something for themselves, which you get that instant gratification. Then they can share that with their friends. Then they can share and donate. And then they have learned the skill a little bit better. Plus, we're doing the whole anti-bullying thing and spreading that word at the same time. So that's my thoughts for Crochet Club next year. And I'm really excited about that. And my daughter liked the idea too, which is good because she's the one in charge. So I forgot to mention that when I was talking about the hats, not hate, and the hats that I made. So then I wore my reader shawl. I just got to pick it up. It's on the floor here. I wore my reader shawl the other day, and I have some new subscribers that were asking about it. So I promised I would bring it out. So a reader shawl is, apparently it's an old idea from way back when crochet first started. Or maybe knitting, I don't know. So this is the original let me show you this first. This is a knitted pattern, and this was a gift to me maybe more than 10 years ago, from a coworker. And I had never seen anything like it before. She bought this at Nordstrom's, And when I started crocheting and I started my YouTube channel, I showed this to YouTubers, and they, and I said, I want to make one. And so I did, with the help of some of my YouTube friends. But this is the original. So it's a scarf. It's basically a scarf with a back. Just a little back panel and pockets. And then the original one has fringe on it as well. And I don't knit, but it just looks like the, real basic knit stitch. If you knit, you would know this. And then a ribbing on the back. And the idea is that you wear this scarf. So you've got a scarf and a panel on your back, so that when you were in front of the fire and you're reading in the evenings in front of the fire, it keeps your back warm. And it does. And you keep your front warm with the big, width of the scarf. You can wrap it up tight around you. And then you have pockets to put your books in. So I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. So I created a scarf. And I used, it's like a bulky weight yarn. It's yarn, again, from Dreamweaver. So I made a scarf, and it's just double crochet. And then I made a panel for the back. I used turned a circle into a square, turned it into a rectangle, sewed it on the back. I hope you can see this. I hope I'm showing the right thing. I can't see what it's up there. And then I used that same circle from the center and made circular pockets because I thought that would be cool. And then I added fringe because I like fringe. So that's my pattern. I do have a written pattern for this. If you want it, you can email me. My email link is always at the bottom of my videos, and I will be glad to send it to you. But basically, it's, if you can crochet a rectangle, or you can crochet a square, you can crochet a scarf, you can do it yourself. Come up with your own creativity. I think the idea was for it to be wide so that it covers your whole chest when you're, the original idea would be for it to be wide and cover you, keep you warm, because that was the original idea. But you can make it any way you want. My hair keeps going in my face and making me itch. I know you're not supposed to, but you know what? I'm only touching myself, and I've only been in my house, so I'm okay. And I'm not sick. So, back to this. You can take any scarf pattern that you like and just do it up yourself. It doesn't, trust me, if I could create this pattern, anybody can make one. And it is very nice. I do love it. I made mine a little longer than what I should have. My pockets hang where I can't reach them. But I just kept going, and probably I shouldn't have. But I do love it, and it is very warm. And I did wear it a lot in the fall, and I will probably wear it as I could wear it as a, like a jacketish kind of thing, in the spring when it gets a little warmer, without having to wear a coat. Just throw it over. It's nice. And then you got the pockets and the fringe. So I promised I would show, so there I showed. What else do I got? I think that's pretty much it. I did work on my baby blanket for the crochet club. I'm still going to make it and probably donate it, because that's what it was for. But I'm not going to make a bunch of them, because I have other things I want to make, and I'll be making them again next year. So that's what I got for today. I hope everyone stays healthy, stay safe, stay inside. I mean, you can go out, but don't go out in public. You can go out in your yard, crochet in your yard if you got a nice day. I'm expecting a lot of people are going to do a lot of crocheting people and knitting people will be doing a lot of crafting. It's chilly here today. It's trying to be not gloomy out, but it's not working. I don't know how long I will be off of work, but I will be crocheting in the nice weather, hopefully out on my deck or whatever when it gets nicer be it here at the camper, working or not working. But if you could crochet outside, get out there. Enjoy it while it's there, you know? Okay, so happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm out. See ya. Bye.